Head over to miniaturemarket.com where they have thousands of board games at discounted prices, and you can sign up for product alerts. Hello my friends, it's the Game Boy Geek here. Today we're going underwater to search for different locations, but we're also going to be recruiting characters and seeing all sorts of different sea creatures and such. Today we're going to be taking a look at Aquatica. This was recently released at the Spiel Game Fair in Germany. Comes from Cosmodrome Games. Now I was recently at a small convention and I got a chance to play this a couple of times at different player counts. So I'm going to be doing a review here, but it's more like a first impressions video. So let me show you a little bit about the game. Now, again, I was at a small convention. The lighting, I couldn't really quite control. So you're gonna get a 1-minute overview of how it plays. Again, it was not filmed in my studio. I did have my camera with me, but bear with the lighting if it glares a little bit. And then I'll see you on the other side for my final thoughts. Aquatica is an engine-building hand management game for 2 to 4 players where you're going to be recruiting different characters and you'll be finding different locations which will give you bonus actions that you can combo together throughout the game. Over the course of the game, you'll be purchasing different characters for a certain amount of gold. But you'll also be getting different locations by either using gold or conquering them. On your turn, you'll be playing cards like the Mag that allows you to conquer a location and gives you 3 strength towards that. And you'll be putting that location into your own board. But on your turn, you can slide cards up, activating that ability, like giving yourself 2 conquer strength. So with that 2, and the 3 coming from the Legionnaire, you can conquer this location for 5. And you can push up multiple cards, like this allows you to do it twice, so once and second time. And this allows you to score any cards that are finished, like this one, and those will be worth points at the end of the game. But you also have your own mantas which allow you to use their abilities when you flip them, like pushing something up once. Then you can trigger that, which allows you to push a card all the way to the top. And each game has 4 goals that you're trying to race to for the most points, like having 3 cards scored for 8 points. And you can also add tokens to give the game variability for having different goals every game. All right, well, there's Aquatica, and again, I played it twice at a small convention, so let me tell you what I think about it so far. First of all, beautiful art. This game really draws you in. The box art looks awesome. The boards, your player boards, all the art on the cards, everything looks really beautiful. It really does draw you in. My favorite part about this is pushing those cards up, and that's like the main thing that really makes this game stand out from others is, pushing those things up and figuring out even which card you want, because you'll look at some of the bonus there and go, oh, this one's all for just conquering. Maybe I'm going to try to start going down some coins because I need to get some more characters. So maybe I'll look for cards that have coins. Or maybe you have some that like, hey, I conquered this color or type of location a little bit easier. So I'm going to look for those ones. So not just pushing them up, but deciding which card you want, knowing which bonuses are going to get activated as you slide those cards up. And do all the cards have certain bonuses, or do they have those empty spaces that do you nothing? So pushing those cards up is really fun because when you do that, you can chain together many different abilities in a row and combo things together. And that is the best part of this game. Saying, ooh, I'm going to slide this one up. It allows me to slide up 2. So I'll slide this one up over here, this one up over here. This gets me 2 coins. This gets me 3 coins. I'm going to buy this character or something like that. So you start to chain together a bunch of things. And it's really fun. Push this up. This allows me to push one all the way up. This one allows me to score, stuff like that. It's really fun. The end game goals is something that's fun to shoot for. You have 4 of them, and so it gives you some focus on what to go for, and it's sort of a race. I always like those things where you're racing to different goals. This game is also about hand management because you're trying to buy the right characters that help you with the strategies that you're going for. And then, knowing the right time of when to play, maybe a suboptimal action, maybe not the best thing, but do you want to sort of skip your turn to play that card to get all your cards back in your hand again? So the hand management aspect is fun as well. And having all those different characters that do all sorts of different things that help you with different strategies is cool as well. And having your own little mantas that you can flip over to give yourself a coin or a conqueror, things like that, or a push, to push it, slide up your card. Those are fun. And then getting new ones of those, the wild ones that can be used by anybody if they get them. And after a while, you have 6 or 7 of these, and you can combo together some really cool things as the game goes on. And I really like the advanced game where you can add different goals. So overall, I enjoyed the game. And again, the part about it that I really loved, I really did love. However, on the negative side of things, let's talk about that. First of all, on the minor quibble side, the mantas themselves, the abilities can be really hard to read. The red player and the wild purple ones, even in good lighting, are really hard to find the right ones and look at what it actually says. I wish that was a little bit more clear. For me and for the others that I played this with, I played this twice, once with 2 players and once with 4 players, and all 6 of us said that they felt the money was a little too tight to come by. Because it's, money does 2 different things. So you can get locations with it or you can get characters with it. But it is a very tight resource, which means that kind of pulls into my next negative, which is the characters don't cycle enough through, because if you're not really hard focusing on coins, you're not going to be able to get some of the better characters that come out earlier. And if people aren't getting characters as often, those characters don't cycle that much. And so there was the first game we played with 4 players, we ended up with, even after shuffling, after people bought some things, 3 of the same cheapest cards were all the same person that nobody wanted. And it got stale and it just sat there. And nobody was getting enough coins to get way up to the 4 or 5 coins in one turn, so they just sat there for a lot of the game. It seemed kind of odd. I wish, if no one bought a card, for 1 or 2 rounds, I wish that cheapest one would go down to the bottom of the deck. Because that's one of the time for how long the game lasts, is one of the decks could end. So I really felt like that we should have seen characters more fluently. I think if it was developed a little bit further, that could have made the game more enjoyable, because this was one of the instances of the game that it really did pull from the fun of the game for sure. Also, I did like the advanced game, but some of those advanced game tokens can really stall the end game, because you don't end the game until one player plays all 4 of their mantas, or until either the location or the character deck gets exhausted. Well, we just talked about the character deck. That's probably not going to get exhausted because coins are so hard to come by. And if you have different goals, like one of the goals was have 7 mantas, and the other one was spend 5 coins in one game. So one of us went off and I did the coin strategy, and the other one was doing the mantas right off the bat, and they didn't do any goals until they did the manta goal for 7, which was cool because they were able to spend it. I, on the other hand, went after coins early and got that one early and got the other 3. But because I spent my mantas to actually put their placeholders for the goals, I had to work extra hard to get back up to 7 mantas, just like the other player was ignoring coins because they were doing the other things. And so it was weird that the game just stalled out at the end, because they were trying to get coins and I was trying to get mantas, and we both were far away from that. Now again, in an advanced game, you should know what you're doing. Maybe you don't play this on your second game, and you probably would not have done that differently, but at the same length, if that 7 mantas there and you don't get stuck at the end with having to take forever to get back up to 7, then you're both going to be shooting for the same goal at the beginning to avoid that, and then that's not as interesting. So I really wish, it really just feels like this, the bottom line for me is that this game, stellar art, fun, the combo building is awesome, the card management is cool, but the lack of those characters cycling through and some of those stalling moments of the game ending made it to the point where I'm not really enticed to bring this one back on the table. I think this is a good game, and I think it could have been a great game if it was developed a little bit further. That's what I think about Aquatica. Did you miss the Game Topper 2.0 Kickstarter? Have no fear, it's not too late to get in on the ultimate gaming accessory. Convert your table into a high-quality gaming table with a fully portable Game Topper system and take advantage of some of the best 3mm premium gaming mats in the industry. New styles, new sizes, and new accessories can be yours. Upgrade every game you play by late backing now at GameToppersLLC.com.